Roll camera. Mark.
When we were looking for money for Better Luck Tomorrow, we took the script out and we met this investor who really loved the project, really loved Justin's enthusiasm for it, and he wanted to give us a lot of money for it as long as we changed the characters to Caucasian, and we said no, and we wanted to do the one that was written on the page.
I had flown out to be the first AD on the project, and I was sleeping on Justin's living room floor. And literally every day, Justin would just quickly feel for something hard inside of the mail. And I came to learn very quickly, he was feeling for another credit card.
When you don't have a budget, you can actually see like money just bleeding out. This particular card was so low, we couldn't get it onto the rig.
Time was absolutely ticking, and we already were late. Roger actually came up with the idea to use the sandbags.
And almost organically, a line formed from the rig to the truck. And you see like Justin, the director, the producers, actors.
There was a sense of, we are going to make this movie no matter what.
The odds of you being picked to be included in Sundance is probably 1 in 1,000, if not tens of thousands.
Our wildest dreams as filmmakers have come true. As soon as we got there, reality sets in.
The reality was that it's an Asian American film. We have no stars. That's the business of filmmaking. You know, you can make a film that people can react to, but it's very star-driven.
People going into the movie didn't know what they were going in to see. They just knew about this movie and it had an energy and a hype behind it. You know, we had one screening after the next, and every time you almost felt like people were being introduced to a new point of view of what an Asian American really can be.
So at the third screening at the library, this guy gets up. He praises us about the filmmaking and the performances, and then...
Why would you, with the talent up there and yourself, make a film that's so empty and immoral for Asian Americans?
I think a lot of times in films, there's not enough discourse, you know? And I think this was made for that, and it felt good to actually get that in return.
This guy feels like he has the right to tell us how we are supposed to exist in media. And then Roger Ebert gets up.
What I find very offensive and condescending about your statement is nobody would say to a bunch of white filmmakers, how could you do this to your people? This film has the right to be about these people, and Asian American characters have the right to be whoever the hell they want to be. They do not have to represent their people.
It's a historical day. I felt very lucky to be a part of that day, and I think a lot of people in the audience felt the same way.
Hi there, I'm Sujin Pak with MTV News. Better Luck Tomorrow, a film directed by Justin Lin, was acquired by MTV Films in early 2002. It's a first in many respects. It's the first Asian American film to be picked up at the Sundance Film Festival, and it's the first film acquired by MTV Films, which is a monumental achievement furthering the future of Asian American cinema.
With Better Luck Tomorrow, really were able to bring out the community to show support for the film. I mean, the excitement was just amazing. It was not just a turning point for Asian American filmmakers, but I think Asian American audiences as well.
Better Luck Tomorrow, promoting that experience, I think it was a way to break out of my comfort zone. My parents wanted me to pursue more of a secure career. Having them seeing Better Luck Tomorrow in the theater, I think it really educated them that there's a whole other world out there for me and for the rest of the community.
Anytime there are these sort of unique things that break out that no one can make any sense of, it's fantastic because it forces studios to reconsider the way they've been thinking about what works for kids today. Then studios can actually say, well, I guess we could use Asian American actors. It allows these conversations to have some reality to them.
I have definitely seen a difference in how BLT has played roles more interestingly than just dead gangster number 3.
People always complain about, I complain about, there's no Asian American characters in these big Hollywood movies. And this is not something that the studios are like, hey, let's create that character. You have to go in that room and you have to, fight the fight. You have to have those discourse. And then on top of that, you got to bring in someone who is talented enough to be able to carry that off.
I always wonder, I was like, am I worthy of entering these gates of Hollywood? What have I done? I've just played the Chinese thug my whole career. It was a gift, a gift of empowerment.
Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
Here's what happens. We go to Sacramento. We get an audience that is probably about 85% Caucasian. And we ask them, we say, who was your favorite character? And the first character you say is this white lead. And a couple hands go up. And then we say, Sung Kang. He's a Korean American character. And every hand goes up and says, that's my favorite character. There was something really powerful happening there. That's something out of this movie to be incredibly proud of.